Hey guys, CrissRails here. On our way to the Strasburg Railroad Museum. Beautiful Strasburg PA, next to Lancaster, PA. The weather is miserable. I wanted to get some filming done outside. So we'll see. I guess I have to put my Volvo hat on and go outside and stand in the rain and try to do some filming of some of the trains that's outside. So, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. CrissRails out. Hi guys, CrissRails here at Strasburg Railroad. I wanted to do a much better video today, but it's very cold and very rainy and very wet. So this will be short. I'll be standing outside. Most of it's going to be inside. Hey guys, right across the street from the Strasburg Railroad Museum is a train ride, which we didn't know. We got here kind of late and we couldn't get a ticket. Plus the weather was yucky, so we'll probably come out here when the weather's a little warmer and take the train ride and do a video on it. Guys, look at that steam engine. Sure looks like she's ready to go. Man, I am not looking forward to how loud that whistle's going to be when they blow it. Guys, that's a lot of black steam. If only it wasn't raining, guys. If you look closely, you can actually see the flames inside the firebox. Boy, oh boy, look at the size of those wheels. I definitely would not want to be run over by this train. That's an interesting little valve. Here she goes, guys. The steam from this train created a dense fog, and for some reason I was hearing the song Smoke on the Water from Deep Purple playing in my mind. See that, guys? The train car attendant waved to me. Friend for life. Hey guys, we are here in beautiful East Strasburg, Pennsylvania. I'm freezing my yin-yangs off. It's not that cold, but the rain, it doesn't help. The train just left, but you can't see it from here. You'll see it later on in this video. And behind me is the other train that's going out later on. This train that just left the 45-minute ride. It's 20 minutes there, 25 minutes back. This is a very narrow gauge line. It's probably for kiddies when the weather's a little warmer, because right now it's still winter time. But I'm sure there's lots of kids that ride this little mini train line when the weather's warmer. I know that I want to get my butt on one of these trains because this looks fun and interesting. I'll try this one first, and then I'll try the big boys over here. Yeah, must be a narrow gauge line. Hey guys, see this behind me? This is the Strasburg Railroad Museum. We are now going to go inside where it's nice and dry and cozy. Let's go. I wonder how old this board is, guys. What do you think? That's a cool map of our state, guys. I actually see our nearby railroad on this map. There's a pretty cool small Lego village complete with Lego running trains. This is an incredible model railroad train room. Lots of trains, lots of tracks, lots of buildings, lots of cars, lots of people. This is probably the most detailed model railroad scene I think I've ever seen. Hey guys, I think this little city is supposed to be Reading, Pennsylvania. I wonder how it would actually be to live in one of these cliffside houses. One way I would like it and one way I wouldn't. It's probably pretty loud, but it would be nice to look at the trains go by all day. The amount of detail is actually incredible. Even the traffic lights work. On to the next room, guys. Hey guys, see this right here? This is a very old version of a pump car. This is a velocipede. It's a light car used by telegraph line crews, lamp lighters, and track inspectors to travel short distances by rail. The velocipede was powered by coordinated actions of the rider's hands and feet. Hey guys, right here, this is what you call a banjo signal. This hall or banjo signal was supposedly used on the Reading Company's Newton branch around 1900. The banjo signal was developed by Thomas Hall in the late 1860s. Instead of lights or blades, the window of the signal center was either empty or displayed a colored cloth disc. Relay arms powered by low voltage batteries swapped discs in and out as trains passed over a rail-mounted circuit. Unfortunately, banjo signals tended to fail in inclement weather. Hall solved this problem by encasing his signal in a watertight enclosure, but its shortcomings and advancements in signaling spelled the end of the Hall signal. Guys, this is representing my home state of beautiful Pennsylvania. There she is in all her glory. Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. Look at the size of this hot box. We can only imagine how hot this would get in the summertime on the rails. Let's see if it's hot now. Oh, it's hot. Oof, we gotta close this, guys. Almost burned my hand. Hey guys, is that what I think it is? That's a Pullman car. There's a lot of trains in this museum, and we actually spent at least an hour and a half, 2 hours walking around and looking at all these different trains. This is a journal box from a rail car. Inside is the journal, which is the end of the axle, a brass journal bearing, which supports the weight of the car and the journal, an oil-soaked wool called journal packing waste, which keeps the journal lubricated and rolling smoothly. Without this waste, the journal would rub against the bearing, creating friction, which could overheat the journal and start a fire. This is known as a hot box. It was the job of rear brakemen riding in the caboose to alert the engineer of the hot box so the train could be stopped before it derailed or caught on fire. The hopper car. The Pittsburgh and Youngstown Railroad connected the steel mills of Pittsburgh with the shores of Lake Erie. Primarily transporting coal, railroads first used wood hopper cars to transport this coal, eventually switching to the more durable and higher capacity steel hopper cars. The prototype for what would become known as the hopper car was developed by the Pennsylvania Railroad Superintendent, Mr. Potter. A hopper car differed from a traditional flat-bottom gondola in that it featured sloped end sheets and discharge doors that assisted in unloading materials with the help of gravity. This sped up uploading and led to the adoption of the hopper car as the standard for transporting coal and other supplies. Hey guys, this is the 1187 steam locomotive. This is the oldest surviving Pennsylvania Railroad steam locomotive in existence. Introduced in 1866 on the Lehigh Railroad, the compact yet powerful consolidation wheel arrangement was given a boost in popularity in 1875 when the Pennsylvania Railroad built its first locomotives of this design. By the 1880s, as traffic increased, the Pennsylvania Railroad introduced the heavier and more powerful Class R steam locomotives. Guys, if this train could talk, boy, oh boy, would you have some stories. What would this museum be without a piece of Conrail? Well, here it is, a beautifully preserved Conrail train. This is a GP30 in beautiful condition in that beautiful blue Conrail color. We even got to go inside this train, guys, and check out the cab. It was pretty cozy. Yes, the gentleman inside the cab was nice enough to tell us about how to drive this train. He preferred not to be on camera, which is why I filmed it from the neck down.
First of all, we have the reverser right down here. So this would be going backward, this is going forward. The engineer brings the reverser on board the train with him, and it goes in like a screwdriver and then sits in there, okay? At the end of his run, he's going to take it out and go home. The next engineer is going to come in and put his in.
Here's the huge engine that powers this thing, guys. Rarely seen interesting view behind the number plates. I wonder how much it costs to fill one of these at the pump. There's so much history preserved in this museum, guys. You should really come if you love trains. You'll like it. Hey guys, this is the largest fireless locomotive ever built. D-Class. It's a thermos bottle on wheels. In an era when large industries commonly purchased their own switching locomotives, hired their own crews to perform their own switching work, self-sufficient fireless steam locomotives became very popular. On-site boiler houses provided a steady source of steam to power locomotives, which operated like thermos bottles on wheels. Each locomotive was filled with enough steam to operate for several hours without recharging. The Pennsylvania Power and Light Fireless Locomotive D was originally built and streamlined for its appearance at the 1940 season of the New York World's Fair to show off Heiser's manufacturing capabilities. After the fair, it was first sold to the Hammermill Paper Company and later Pennsylvania Power and Light, outliving numerous other steam locomotives. And this was built in 1939, and this was retired in 1969, 1 year after I was born. Electric locomotive freight, a powerful locomotive known as a brick. This Class E44 electric locomotive was built in 1963, delivered amazing 5,000 horsepower. That is quite amazing. Referring to its pair of 3-axle trucks and boxy car body, train crews often called the E44s bricks. The unit worked in freight service for the Pennsylvania Railroad and Conrail before the latter abandoned electrified freight operations in 1981. Amtrak hoped to use the number 4465 and the 7 other surviving E44s acquired in a trade with the New Jersey Transit in maintenance of way service on the Northeast Corridor. However, new federal regulations on toxic substances made this plan cost prohibitive. This 4465 was the last electric locomotive built for the Pennsylvania Railroad. Here's an interesting corner of the museum where you can actually check out the various components of all the brake line systems that would power diesel trains like the ones you see in this museum. This train has a streamlined Art Deco appearance. Number 4935. Electric locomotive passenger, the most successful electric locomotive ever built. As the Pennsylvania Railroad embarked on its ambitious project in the 1930s, it continued to develop and test new locomotive designs. The goal was to produce a new electric locomotive capable of pulling heavy passenger trains at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour. The PA Railroad chose the GG1 as the foundation of its new roster of electrics. After a prototype was built, the PA Railroad hired an industrial designer to improve upon the overall appearance. Among his many refinements to the look of the GG1 were the welded instead of riveted bodies and iconic cat whiskers pinstriping. When the number 4935 was restored in 1977 to its 1943 appearance and rededicated in Washington, D.C.'s Union Station, this was placed. Number 4935 also pulled the last run of a railway post office in July 77. It's pretty inexpensive, this museum. It only cost us $10 a person to get in. Really wish it wasn't raining or wet outside, because we would like to go outside and film all the other trains outside in the yard. Some of these outdoor trains include even Amtrak trains. They also have a nice big gift shop, and also on the second floor they have more model trains. It's in one room. They actually even have this pretty neat overlooked catwalk that you can walk on from one side of the building to the other. And you can see everything on both sides of the catwalk. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a positive comment. I would tell you to click the bell to subscribe, but that's pretty annoying saying that. But I think all you rail fans know that you should click the bell. Thanks for watching, guys. CrissRails out.